managers equip all of your originators with Listing Booster through branch enterprise accounts. Extremely inexpensive, extremely effective. Let your guys steal realtor referral business from other loan officers who are asleep at the wheel right now. We'll show you how to do it on a webinar this Friday. Click this banner you see right here over on your right, or scroll down to see the banner there, or there's a link on Facebook around here somewhere.
This is one of the craziest shows that we've ever written, and this is something that you have really, I know you've never heard before. What if I told you that the CFPB, the largest and most powerful mortgage regulatory agency in the country, is going to grant immunity, yes, immunity, to all these financial technology and iBuying companies, which will pave the way for them to do whatever they want without fear of any type of reprisal. Does that sound crazy to you? Yeah, I agree with you, Frank. But here's how this whole thing goes.
And take the political slant out of the picture, okay? Because I know Dems and Repubs are at each other's throat right now, and we're not talking politics here. We're talking homes and loans, okay? So here's how it goes. Liz Warren has a great chance at being the Dems' nod to become their candidate for the President of the United States.
Now, remember, she is credited for starting the CFPB that we're talking about, and she is the biggest champion of the agency and of heavy regulation and enforcement.
Right.
So we've always said in the past that the CFPB and she would be bad for real estate and lending.
So if Warren becomes president, we'd immediately go back to the CFPB of Richard Cordray. Lots of regulation, policy through punishment. So all these companies that are trying to consolidate multiple facets of the real estate industry, like real estate companies that get into the mortgage business, or mortgage companies that get into the real estate business, right? Who don't really follow the regulatory rules as closely as they have in the past. Like some of the stuff Keller Mortgage has done. I mean, would come under scrutiny to the likes that they've never imagined.
That would be with Liz.
Right.
In truth, under Warren, these financial tech companies, these iBuying platforms, would probably feel it the most. I say that because these companies are misleading, they're deceptive, and they're harmful to consumers. Most of all, they're not just trying to take over one component, like a real estate company becoming a mortgage company. No, they're trying, and they are in fact doing consolidations with all components of a real estate transaction. Fintech iBuying companies are playing the role of buyers, sellers, realtors, lenders, appraisers, title, and escrow right now. A massive, massive conflict of interest, and all done at the cost of really everybody in the process, not the least of which is our clients and our communities.
You know, I'm almost to the point where I think going back to that ain't such a bad idea, you know? Hey, bring Liz on, man. At least there might be some accountability for what's going on. But it's worse, guys.
Yep.
Much worse. Now, do you think I'm wrong about Liz Warren, who boasts the creation of the CFPB and who's their lead advocate? Do you? Check this out. I know you haven't heard this. Guess what's happening right now?
In a letter sent last week to the CFPB to Director Kathleen Kraninger, who's the head of the CFPB right now, Elizabeth Warren demanded documents related to a fellow who they hired named Paul Watkins, who is the director of the Office of Innovation at the CFPB, which, hear this guys, he has the power to grant these financial technology companies, these iBuying companies, limited immunity for consumer protection laws. Basically a get out of jail free ticket if they run loose with the regulations that we follow. Check this out.
So Paul Watkins was a lawyer in the Arizona Attorney General's office who helped write a state law giving regulatory relief to fintech companies to lead the Bureau's Office of Innovation.
So Arizona, Watkins' home state, through the laws that he passed, this is why Arizona right now has the largest number of iBuying companies in the country. Not only the most, but the deepest penetration into the real estate markets anywhere in the country. It's for Zillow, who is a lender, a buyer, a seller, a realtor. For Open Door, who is a buyer, a seller, a realtor, and a title company, soon to be a lender. This is all happening right now because of his laws when he was in Arizona, and now he's running this at the CFPB. It was him, Watkins, while in Arizona. He paved the way for these financial technology iBuying companies. He's their biggest advocate of everything that we all think is wrong with what's going on right now, and he has and is going to grant the power of immunity to all of these companies. So not only will Arizona be the testing ground where these iBuying platforms can do everything or anything they want at your expense and your client's expense, the whole country's going that way right now. Under him right now as we speak. Do you think he's gonna do it? Give OfferPad, Zillow, and Opendoor, and all of these other companies who run fast and loose with our industry a free pass to open the door even further for more usury? The real question is, when is he going to do that?
Yeah, so now Elizabeth Warren is somewhat frantically trying to intercede with this to stop what it appears Watkins is going to do. That is, give a free pass for these tech companies in the real estate industry to take over all aspects of real estate and lending while realtors are facing a DOJ investigation, a massive lawsuit, and lenders who remember the old days of enforcement are too afraid to do anything.
So if you wonder, as we have, why there's so much enforcement against real estate agents and lenders right now, why it's so harsh, and why these tech companies seem to really get away with anything right now, well, it's because that's how these regulatory enforcement agencies want it. This, Frank, is a massive, massive problem that nobody is talking about. You have the largest advocate for transforming real estate at the cost of our clients and our communities right now, running the biggest facet of technology in the CFPB, the largest regulatory agency. And if we get, listen, I'm not talking politics, but if we get 4 more years under the current status quo, we're going to see these iBuying platforms run crazy. And without realtors, guys, there ain't no loans to be written. We almost need a change because enforcement will come down on them. Have you ever heard of Paul Watkins?
No, I haven't, and I just can't believe it's literally looking like he's in a position and is willing to give blanket immunity to these fintech companies.
He's already done it in Arizona.
He's already done it in Arizona. And that's why they're all there in Arizona, because if they screw up, they can't get in any trouble.
Arizona is a testing ground for all these fintech companies, and it's because of him. Listen, realtors, lenders, all you have to do is right below Frank, there's a Facebook button. Click that button and share this with everybody in your community. And I'll tell you this, I had a conversation with a lender a couple of days ago who he says he has more conversations with real estate agents by simply hitting that Facebook button down there. It's great marketing for you, and this message today is, it just needs to be pushed.
All right, you guys have a great one. Leave us your comments down below as well. Forward, share, subscribe. We'll catch you later here at the National Real Estate Post.
Bye.